Guys, listen, we are heading into what could possibly be the busiest Yeezy month we've ever seen. So I thought, hey, let's get ready. Let's get some actual dates down and let me break down every single Yeezy that's going to be dropping this month here in December. Now, before we get into this list, it is important that I say that all of these dates are speculated. Nothing is 100. Well, some of them are 100% confirmed, but a lot of them are not, and dates can always change. Things can get pushed back, as we've seen with a bunch of different sneaker releases. So just keep that in mind when I give you guys these dates. So if you're excited just like I am, then let's get into it and let's figure out what we're going to be buying this month. All right, the first release, December the 3rd, that is going to be the Yeezy Quantum Amber Tint. This is already loaded up on the Adidas Confirmed app. You can already go and enter in for the draw. Now, this one's not too exciting for me personally. I already have the OGs and the Onyx, and those two colorways are just fantastic. So this Amber Tint colorway, although is pretty nice, just doesn't really do it for me. I expect a lot of people to not be as excited about this one. Just again, if you look at everything else that's dropping, I'm not going to be surprised if a lot of you put this one on the back burner. All right, the next Yeezy release date is December the 4th. This is going to be the Yeezy 500 Ash Gray. I feel like this is a really clean colorway of the Yeezy 500. However, I feel like the timing of this release just makes it not so exciting. Like, honestly, to me, these look pretty similar to the past Yeezy 500 releases, like the Taupe Light or even the Clay Browns that dropped, but definitely a very solid colorway. And if you haven't picked up any of the last colorways, I feel like this is a very good option. Again, raffles are up now on the Adidas Confirmed app, so if you want to go and enter, go ahead and do that. They're dropping on December the 4th. All right, here we start getting into a little bit more of the exciting releases, at least in my opinion. On December the 6th, we have the Yeezy 350 Compact Slate Blue. Now, even though this may not be my favorite color combination for a Yeezy 350, I still think this is a very solid sneaker. It's probably the biggest change up we've had in the Yeezy 350 sphere since the original, so it is very exciting to try and get my hands on this and check it out. One of the things that I'm pretty worried about is if they're going to be US only. Now, if this does end up being a US only release, I will expect other colorways to follow and drop in 2022, or hey, maybe we get this exact same colorway as a wider release later down the line. But for right now, December the 6th, cross your fingers that it's a worldwide, but again, maybe just a US only. All right, moving over to December the 10th, we've got the Yeezy 700 V3 Copper Fade. Now, this colorway of the 700 V3 is definitely the most different that we've seen on this model. It completely changes the entire upper to this kind of faded orange style color. They've actually changed the color for the internal kind of sock piece that is on this model. Normally it's been black, however this time it comes in kind of a brownish copper tone. So there really is a lot going on with this 700 V3, and if you're a fan of the 700 V3 silhouette, I think this is a pretty crazy but cool colorway. Now, the very next day on December the 11th, we've got a Yeezy Foam Runner drop, and that is the MX Sand Gray. Pretty cool mix of colors. Like, the base seems to be a darker brown color, however mixed in there is some blues and even some pink, so it's definitely one of the more different colorways on a Yeezy Foam Runner. Now, I will also add to this release that potentially there will be a restock of the MX Moon Gray. I'm always down for more foam runners, but let's keep it moving to later on this month. We're not moving too far because December the 13th is the next date that there should be another Yeezy release, and of course it is a restock of the Yeezy Slides and the new colorway Ochre. So apparently there's quite a few different Yeezy Slides that are going to be restocking. We know the Pure, potentially the Soot, and potentially even the Green Glow. Like we've seen in the past, every time they release a new colorway of the Yeezy Slide, they also restock some of the previous colorways. So the new colorway that's going to be introduced is the Ochre colorway. Now, the color is not too different. Like, it's a pretty basic Ochre colorway. It's kind of a little bit of a copper or brown color. However, the material apparently is going to be completely different. Now, when I say completely, it should be relatively the same in terms of how it feels. However, the texture on top is a little bit rougher. It's not completely smooth, and it has just a little bit more of a gritty look. I also want to figure out why they changed the material. Is there some kind of benefit to how it feels on foot? Is it a little bit more durable? We're gonna have to wait and find out, but hopefully, if all things go to plan, December the 13th. December the 17th, we apparently have a restock of the Yeezy 450 Dark Slate and a new colorway, the Resin. Now, the Yeezy 450 Dark Slate, I believe, was supposed to restock earlier this month, like in September or maybe even November. Just like we saw double releases of the cloud white colorway, we're supposed to be seeing 2 releases of this dark slate colorway. Now this new resin colorway is not the most exciting, at least in my opinion. It's kind of a faded green color, or kind of resin like the Yeezy Slides resin, so if you have a pair of those, it's gonna look relatively similar to that. It's a great silhouette, it's comfortable, and it's definitely pretty crazy. Either way, hopefully December the 17th, but the next one is going to be probably the biggest Yeezy drop of the entire year, and of course it is the restock, or kind of the re-release of the Yeezy 350 Beluga. This time it's reflective. Oh yes, the Beluga Yeezy 350 reflective is going to be an insane release. Now thankfully, one of the best things about this release is apparently we're getting almost 1 million pairs in terms of stock on this pair of sneakers. So that should definitely mean that you have a very good chance at getting this pair of sneakers. So if you're like me and you never managed to get the original Belugas, this will be a really solid option and definitely one of the more exciting sneakers to drop this year. Any more information on this, be sure to go and follow me over on Instagram at LBellSneakers. I can kind of update you guys a lot easier over there, or of course just subscribe to this channel and I'll keep you guys updated about every single release. Moving over to December the 22nd, and we have another pretty massive Yeezy 350 restock in the blue tint. Now some things to keep in mind about this restock. Apparently, and this is something that I've heard from a couple different people, this is not going to be dropping out in the US. This is pretty much going to be releasing everywhere but the US. Now again, that's not 100%. Now I think this is a very solid colorway of the Yeezy 350, not one that has ever been my favorite, but I still think it's pretty solid, and if I manage to get my hands on a pair, I'm definitely going to be happy with that. Right, now you may think that we're pretty much done here, but we are not. We've got a bunch of other sneakers that are supposed to be dropping in December. However, we don't have an exact release date, so it is TBA, or to be announced. And the first one that I'm going to mention is the Yeezy Basketball Slate Blue. Now this one kind of had a shock drop on Yeezy supply already. However, there is speculation that this should be dropping this month, so with that shock drop, I don't know, maybe they want to save it for next year, but hopefully we can expect the Yeezy Basketball Knit Slate Blue to release sometime here in December. Now another sneaker which should be releasing this month, and if they don't release it, I don't even know when the hell this one's going to be dropping, and that is the Yeezy 350 MX Rock. A sneaker that has been rumored to drop for the longest time. It was already supposed to release back in September or November, and it has kept on being pushed back, so hopefully we see a release of this sneaker this month. And then another massively popular pair of polarizing Yeezy sneakers, the 1050 boot. I would expect the 1050 boot to be a US only release, since, you know, again, it's a new model. Most new models are always a US only, but hopefully it does drop, because that means that we should be getting some other colorways or a re-release in 2022. So yeah, that's like 15 pairs of Yeezys that we're supposed to be getting this month. It's gonna be crazy. It's exciting. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I will keep you updated on every single release, and of course you can catch all of the reviews, or hopefully all of the reviews, as many reviews as I can put out. Let me know down in the comment section, what is the Yeezy that you are most excited for this month? Let me know. Be very interested to hear your thoughts down there. But again, that pretty much wraps it up, guys. Thank you so much for coming through, hanging out. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then,